Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today was a busy day for both ODM and Jubilee because they were holding their respective NDCs. Now, in my next video, I will look at ODM NDC at Kasarani in relation to Jimmy Wanjigi incident. But now I wanted us to look at something very critical. I don't know whether you watched or you followed the Jubilee NDC at Kasarani. You will actually see that President Uhuru Kenyatta is looking happy, is looking re-energized, and Jubilee Party is revamped. And part of that, the NDC ratified some changes and they changed the party leadership. President Uhuru Kenyatta was retained as the party leader for the next 5 years. Then Raphael Tuju stepped down as the party secretary general, and he was replaced by Jeremiah Kioni. And Raphael Tuju is actually leaving to go and seek a parliamentary seat in Siaya. Not a parliamentary seat, but an elective seat in Siaya. We still don't know which one. And of course, we will come back with that move, how that move will help Jubilee. Number 3, also, David Murathe was reinstated as the deputy national chairperson of Jubilee Party. Remember, the Jubilee Party chairman is Nelson Nzuya. Then, if you also realize, Kanini Kega was given the director of elections at Jubilee, and that is something that is very critical. You will realize that Jubilee Party now injected politicians into the leadership of the party. That is very critical because politicians are the ones that understand the stakes that are at the party. Sometimes if you put experts or people who are not in the political space, then they are the ones that they don't care whether the party falls or not. But politicians have stakes because they want to use that party as their vehicle sitting their elective seat. And this is something that ODM have always known. Now, the gist of the day is that Deputy President has been removed as the Jubilee Deputy Party Leader. And in his position, he has been replaced by 4 deputy leaders. Jimmy Angwenyi from Kisii is deputy leader number 1. Then another deputy leader is Kinoti Gatobu, head of operations. Then deputy leader outreach, Naomi Shaban, that is, she's from actually Voi. And Naomi Shaban recently attended an ODM event in Mombasa. Deputy party leader programs, Peter Mosetet. I still don't understand. I think Peter Mosetet is a Masai or from Turkana or from Samburu. I'm not yet sure. Someone will help us understand. So the truth of the matter here is Deputy President has been pulled out. What does this mean politically? And this is now raising fundamental questions in his eligibility as the Deputy President. I want us to look at this. But there is a lacuna in the Constitution that that gives Deputy President some luxury of resigning from the party that sponsored him to that seat and to another party without losing his seat as a Deputy President. But now that one is in law, and of course we're going to look at it. I also need to mention that Joshua Kituny retained his position as Deputy Secretary General, and I think he also has a position in the National Assembly. So guys, the gist, the elephant in the room, is that Ruto has finally been shown the door. Now, what do you think was the objective of Jubilee Party to chase out William Ruto? That's what I want us to look at. And in my own opinion, I have around 6 points that we shall use to diverge on how this is going to play out in his 2022 presidential bid. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, I want to request you kindly subscribe. Also click the notification bell. So that when we publish a video, you will be notified. Now, one thing that I understood, and I was fooling through all that process at Jubilee that was held at KCC, Uhuru Kenyatta was formalizing Ruto's divorce. Simply telling Ruto that I am done with you, and he is done with William Ruto. The understanding, the reason why this has some political significance is that there are people or there are supporters of Deputy President that cling around him or coalesce around him by just an understanding that he was elected with Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, with Uhuru Kenyatta formally saying that he's not now in tandem with his deputy, it is going to cascade down to the central Kenya, because that's the biggest headache that Uhuru Kenyatta have. And now there are some supporters who have been around William Ruto that are not now going to feel like, okay, our friendship was with the president, and because you're not now with the president, we're not together. The resultant, the long-term shot here is his rating in central Kenya are going to shoot down. Remember, we have always mentioned that as of now, he cannot increase. The support base cannot increase. It can only go down, or it can be at where it is. But then I think this is going to reduce his ratings, because the image that he's been having that is close to Uhuru has actually gone, even though this went some time back. But then with this official formalization, things are now moving to another level. Number two, Ruto's resignation, Ruto's removal as deputy party leader is going to put his resignation at the stake. The party that sponsored him is Jubilee Party. Then he is now being removed as deputy party leader. And I mentioned in the constitution there is a lacuna, but I think in the public opinion, there are going to be cause for him to resign. Because like of now, where is he? Where is he? That's the question. In the event that he's not in Jubilee Party, he is just in UDA by the virtue of him being a presidential candidate, but he has not yet formally joined. But now that he's been removed, he's going now to receive pressure, and this might result to a backlash from his supporters for him to resign from the party. His resignation is somewhere. Number three, and this is also I look at, now the UDA allies in central Kenya, this is their time to leave. Remember sometime, I think 2 weeks ago, and I analyzed in this channel, that Ruto gave a notice for the people who are supporting UDA. I think it was 8th, if I remember, 8th by August. So members of parliament supporting UDA to formally leave Jubilee Party to join UDA. But then the Central Kenya team refused. And many of them were sitting at the fence because they were still looking at the maneuvers by Deputy President. Now the truth of the matter is this. Some of them were also willing, like, we cannot leave and Deputy President is there. So what I'm going to expect here is, if William Ruto is going to leave, then he's going to use his expulsion to pick a momentum for mass exodus from Jubilee Party. So if the members of parliament within UDA that are from Central Kenya and other parts of the country and are members of Jubilee are very honest about supporting William Ruto in UDA, this is the time to leave. And I think intentionally, that is what this removal was also meaning. Because apart from that, they have also said that they're going to expel some of the MPs and governors that are supporting William Ruto but are within the Jubilee Party. So UDA allies from Central Kenya now have a ground to leave if they honestly want to support William Ruto. Number three, other issue that is also here objectively, the Jubilee Party is showing some signals that Raila's running mate may not come from Jubilee. People have argued that if Jubilee wants to front a running mate to Raila Odinga, if in case Raila Odinga is going to be the presidential candidate, then you need to front a very strong running mate. A running mate that also has a big party backing. So NDC is the organ that was supposed to help. And if Jubilee was going to give a running mate, if indeed it was Peter Kenneth, and Peter Kenneth is a member of Jubilee Party as of now, then he would have been given a position there, maybe as one of the deputy party leaders, so that he doesn't come from the blues. Now, there is no one that have been put in the Jubilee ranks that you can say is been given, that you can say cannot be rumored as Raila Odinga's running mate. So in my other interpretation, I mean that something is going to be very critical here in terms of who is going to be Raila Odinga's running mate. Another objective, Uhuru Kenyatta is going to remove William Ruto's, the share that William Ruto has in Jubilee government for the next 6 months is going to be sized down. If he has removed him as the deputy party leader, another issue, if he really wants to get done with him, there is a cabinet reshuffle that is going to happen. Now, that cabinet reshuffle for the next 6 months, it's going to happen after some other people left the cabinet. And one thing I have realized is that there are many people who resigned secretly. Because it is just today that we realize that even Tuju resigned as a CAS without portfolio. So there are many resignation letters that are at State House that we still don't know. Now, the people that have been supporting William Ruto in government and part of the share that he was given, because Uhuru Kenyatta said that they divided the government in the middle because they formed it together. What that means is that the cabinet reshuffle is going to bounce against William Ruto's supporters, or the government share, the share that he was given. It's going to be sized down. And objectively, that was also done to make sure that he's cut to size. That is going to happen. Now, another question I'm asking is this. Now that he has been, and of course, before I look at that, let's put that as the punchline. The other objective is that Jubilee Party is going to take William Ruto to court. After this move tomorrow, after this move today, I will not be shocked on Monday or the day after Monday, Okia Mtata or some civil society go to court to challenge the eligibility of William Ruto to continue serving as a deputy president. Now, this might not be on the merit of maybe court ruling that he needs to stay or to leave, but the fact that his deputy presidency post is going to be tendered or is going to be at the mercies of the courts that is enough to lower the public confidence in him. That is enough to lower the rating in the public space. Because while in law, and I mentioned, in law, there is nothing that is compelling him to resign. But in the public opinion, the Kenyans will now demand resignation from him because Uhuru is also running a narrative that he left the government and he did not help him to serve in the second term. So I also believe that this move is deliberately being done to make sure that William Ruto can be taken to court. And now these court sessions these court rulings are going to be thrown his way. At some point, you never know. This appeal can move. Even you never know. The High Court can even rule out that he needs to resign. Then there's going to be appeal. Then it goes to the Supreme Court. Then you never know. This is Kenya. Something can always happen. And even the courts might compel the deputy president to resign because someone will go there and seek what is called understanding of that law. So my question, and what I'm also looking at, and I was trying to ask myself, is deputy president now that he has been removed as deputy party leader, is he now going to be formally be unveiled as the UDA party leader? Is he going to be removed as the UDA party leader? Because that is also another point that is coming into question, and we're looking at that. But generally, his removal in central Kenya, it's part of Uhuru Kenyatta's plan to uproot him. I think now the Jubilee Party and the people in government are now going to bash him out because technically he's out of government. But constitutionally, he still holds that office. But technically, things are now going to be thrown his way. If there are favors that he used to enjoy because he is a deputy party leader, then he might be in the constitution as the deputy president, but he might not really enjoy those privileges as a deputy party leader because they believe that Jubilee is the party that sponsored him. So guys, what's your understanding? What are you expecting? And we are asking, why is Lee Kinyanjui, the Nakuru governor, snubbing Azimio rallies? That video is coming back here. But what do you think? But I'm coming back with an understanding over that.